Hello, hello. Today I am here with Britta Vercoutter, who is a business and marketing coach with specialty in highly sensitive people. So I'm very excited that you're here and I can't wait to hear your story. So welcome.
Trine, yeah, it's so nice to be here with you today, and I'm excited for our talk.
I especially like that you specialize in highly sensitive people, because that's what the whole podcast is about, and how that is not actually a liability. So would you like to start out telling us a bit about your experience with being a highly sensitive person and what that has meant for you?
I think for a very long time, I felt different. I've always felt there was something different about me, comparing myself to others, and also hearing others say to me things like, you're not normal, or it's not normal to feel that way, or you're too sensitive, you're too emotional, you're too this, too that. And this really can make you feel bad as a person, because you're feeling that in every little thing that makes you, it feels like there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And that's not a nice feeling to have at all.
No, especially as a child, because we accept what our parents and our surroundings is telling us.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah,
of course, because they are like the role models in your life, so you take what they're saying for granted and for truth.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you grow up with the feeling of, okay, I better not show my true self, because apparently this is not normal.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of my life trying to hide my sensitivity and not really owning up to it, because I felt like, oh, people will think I'm weird, or I just wanted to blend in.
Yeah.
In a way. But
belonging is a strong
yes,
need for us, isn't it? For everybody.
Exactly. But there were several points or moments in my life where, when it was going on for too long, like trying to fit in and being everyone that everybody else around me wanted me to be, but I was feeling more depressed and anxious and unhappy, deeply unhappy.
Yeah.
It wasn't good for me. So a lot, it happened in different stages that I felt like this, and then I was like, no, this is not what I'm supposed to be. This doesn't feel good to me, and I don't want to spend my entire life feeling unhappy.
No. Was this as an adult that you got to this point, or sooner?
Yes, I think the first time was after high school.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a really big breakthrough moment. After high school at 18, I did what I was supposed to do, I did my school, I finished my school, I studied mathematics and science, and I also had a talent for languages. So I was overall, just doing good. But then at 18, you have to decide, okay, what career do I want to pursue? What am I going to do for the rest of my life? And that was actually a frightening idea, just to make a choice for the rest of my life. At 18, I was like,
yeah,
I don't want to make this choice. I don't know what?
Yeah.
So I tried a couple of things and screwed up majorly. I couldn't bring myself to go all in, because I felt it wasn't me. I tried law school and I was like, man, this is so boring. This is just not me. But it was advised by someone who loved me. So I thought, yeah, there might be something to it. So I tried it. But it didn't work.
No.
And then I tried something else and I was like, nope. So I just, I got in a relationship. I moved out of the house of my mom. I got a job and carried on like this for a couple of years. And then suddenly it hit me and I was like, I'm depressed. I'm anxious all the time. I'm not happy with anything.
Yeah.
I need to do something. And that's when I blew up my relationship. I quit my job. I went back to live with my mom, and I went to university and got my bachelor's first and got my master's in business communication. And that was a big thing, like really going after what felt right for me.
Yeah, that is a big thing for all of us. But I
Yeah.
think especially when you've spent your whole life trying to live up to expectations and what everybody else wanted for you and for themselves. And so making that decision, how did you get to that? Did you become aware of what it means to be highly sensitive, or?
I think at that time, I knew I was different, and but I didn't really learn about the highly sensitive aspect. I knew I was more sensitive to smells and noises and emotions and all the things.
Yeah.
But I hadn't really discovered the term highly sensitive, or I didn't read any books about it yet at that point. I just felt what was going on inside of myself, and the struggle with, on the one hand, trying to please other people and fit into this vision they had of me. And then there was this other part of me that was like, no, you're not like this.
Yeah.
Just be you.
Was there anything in particular that helped you, listen to your truth?
Yeah, and that also got worse with aging, is that I've always been like, I don't want to feel unhappy.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend my entire life being unhappy. So when you really feel like you're not feeling good, you're anxious all the time, you're pulling away from people, you're not enjoying anything anymore, there's not even room to relax, you're just feeling
yeah
limited in every single way. That was for me something like, I don't want to continue like this. This is not the life.
I really like that you say that you came to that conclusion and decision that life's not meant to be that hard, or that you deserve to be happy and do what felt right to you. I really like that. I think a lot of us take quite a bit longer sometimes to come to that realization. For me, it took at least 10 years of stress and depression before I figured maybe that was enough of that. So
yeah,
I think that's really great, getting to that place.
yeah, I think so. You really, yeah. And there's so many situations that can bring you to that point. Things that really stay with you in a way, more recently, if there's time for me to share, of course.
Yes, please do.
Oh, okay. And one other event that really hit me hard was a couple of years ago. I lost one of my dear friends that I had known since I was 15 to cancer, and he was only 41 at the time.
That's a tough
but that really hit me in the face, like, you never know when it's your time, So why would you settle for doing things that don't make you happy if life can be over just any day? It's not that everyone gets old, some people are taken at a very young age, leaving behind young children or a wife or a partner, parents, I don't know. And they leave this void, and I felt so bad for him and for his children and for his partner that they left behind. But it also made me think, man, I don't want to waste any time. It's so precious, because you never know when it will end. So that's why I really try to make the most out of everything that I do and every moment there is.
I like that. I think it's something most of us could get better at. And so having that reminder is a big one. So what do you do mostly to make sure that you get to live the life you want and make the most of it?
I try, for example, I try to celebrate little things and find fun and joy in little things, and as much as possible as well.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like, for example, I'm a really big music lover. And I have certain songs that I know will bring down my mood. You've got these songs that go through the heart and that sadden you and bring you to tears. But the opposite is also true. There is also music that will make you feel happy instantly, or almost instantly.
Yeah.
So I've got these playlists, and I know, okay, so I've got these sad songs, but I've also got these songs that really give me like a mood and a good vibe. So I feel very strongly about having a choice. By choosing the song that you listen to, you're making a choice if you're feeling good or bad.
Wow, I love that awareness of, because I think to many sensitive people, we are sensitive because yes, music does that, and the people we talk to can bring us down or lift us up, and even going for a walk, enjoying the sunshine or whatever. So I think that's a real strength, becoming aware of it and actually acting on it, doing playlists instead of just one big jumble, and which I tend to do, and just randomize and then go along with whatever song comes up. But be conscious and making the choice. I like that.
Yeah, because with a random playlist, it's like, oh yeah, it's you leave it up to the machine or to the tech to decide how you will be feeling. No. No. Well, I don't say that you have to feel good all the time. Life happens, and there are things that aren't as fun. So I'm not at all about like the toxic positivity that people talk about nowadays. So life is all about ups and downs, but it's how you go through it, how you surf those waves that makes all of the difference.
Yeah, and the things where we do get a choice, we might as well. So like I stopped watching the news years ago, and on Facebook I make sure to fill my news feed with the stories and the people that I like to see more of. So there's a lot of little things we can do when we are aware and take it seriously.
I think so.
I like that. I love your awareness of the sensitivity. So tell me about what the best parts of it is for you, and maybe even how you use that in your work.
It's well, like I said, so for a very long time I felt like it was something that, like a problem that I had, like almost a certain condition that you need to treat, or something that needs to be fixed because you're broken. I see that sometimes on social media too, and it's well, not really. It's just how you see it. So I thought, oh my God, I read this book, and it was really eye-opening, because it talked about sensitivity as your unique way of being you. It's what makes you you. And then I also made, well, I for myself, I thought, if I could choose, would I rather be like the way I am and feeling all of these emotions, whether nice or less nice, or would I rather not feel at all? And just go through life like this stoic stoic person, not feeling anything. It's like, no way. Okay, it's not always fun to feel as intensely as we do, but still, I wouldn't change it for the world.
No.
And it what you said about in your business, I feel a lot of highly sensitive people have because of their sensitivity and their empathy for others, they have like this sixth sense that makes them aware of what other people need. And they are so much more aware of, for example, when you're meeting someone on Zoom and looking at the eyes and the gestures and maybe what they're saying and also what they're not saying. So you're really almost naturally holistic. If that makes sense.
Yes.
You see the entire picture. Because you cannot not see the entire picture, if that makes sense.
Exactly. I think of it as a filter, and that we have less filter than most of the world, so we pick up on all the subtle details as well. Even sort of the emotional energy, I think, for some people.
Exactly. But that doesn't need to be a bad thing, as long as you also take care of yourself. And sometimes I still struggle with that, you're like, oh, I want to help these people, and you go all in, and then afterwards, like, oh, completely drained. No energy left to move at all. but yeah, it's ups and downs always. But still, in my business now, I really try to help other HSPs see their sensitivity and their uniqueness as a gift that they can use themselves in their own business or in their life to make a difference, because that's I feel what we all are trying to do here.
Absolutely. I think that's our gift as well, that we care enough to want to make the world a better place. I agree with that. And I came to the same, as you said, would I want to change if I could? No, because it has been super hard at times, but I think the world needs more empathy and caring in the healthy way, where we don't burn ourselves out. But I absolutely think that the world is better off with us and our sometimes quirky qualities.
I think so.
Yeah. I think definitely we're right on that one.
I think so.
And there's more of us, I think, starting our own businesses, because what I hear from many is that working for someone else can be hard. It's not just the time and the expectations, but having to sort of deal with other people's values that might not be completely aligned with our own. So I think even though my first thought was like, oh, but starting a business is twice as hard as a sensitive person, because everything is going to come at me twice as fast and twice as hard. But I think there are so many upsides to it as well, because we get to do things on our own terms. We get to turn off the computer and take a nap when it gets too much.
Exactly. I do that.
Yep. Just make sure to schedule it in. And
of course,
yeah. So I'm glad there's people like you helping people like me with business stuff. And I know you have a Facebook group as well.
Yes, I started this Facebook group, which is called HSP Entrepreneurs Unite. And it's growing steadily, and there's a lot of lovely people in there, just helping others, supporting each other. It's a very supportive group. I really like how it's growing and what we're doing in there. And I've got some plans also for the new year, but it was just something that I felt there was a need for a group focused towards entrepreneurs and supporting those people. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing.
I love that, because one of the things I hear over and over is that sense of being wrong because we think we're the only one who's weird and different. So finding a community where you don't have to explain yourself all the time or excuse yourself, as many spend quite a lot of time doing. So I like that. So
Yeah.
I love everything you've been saying. So the last thing I want to hear is how you would like to see the world change. Is there something that you like more than anything else to be our future?
I would really like to have more HSPs realize what gifts they possess, what talents they have, and feel confident about being themselves and showing up and make the world a better place. That's what we're doing here. Because we genuinely care, and that's what I love about fellow HSPs in the group as well. We all care so much. So I feel like the world needs us. The world needs our sensitive touch just to keep it balanced. There's already so much negativity and greed and people only thinking about themselves. And of course, it's not selfish to protect yourself and to think about yourself, but it's also nice to really connect to other people and help each other.
Yeah, absolutely. The softer values. And I remember one of the first books I read said that it seems like we are alone and that there's too few of us, because the world is created by the loud, noisy people who are not afraid to sort of get out there and do their thing. So there's actually more of us than you think. We're just all holding back, thinking, oh, I'm the only one. So
yeah, exactly.
So
but it's not.
No, it's not. We're here to tell everybody that there's more of us than you think, that you're not alone, and that there's people for you as well, and communities.
Exactly. Just come find us. We're there.
Yes, reach out.
Exactly.
We're there. We love to hear from you. So
exactly.
Britta, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you came to tell your story and how you're using your sensitivity to make a difference in the world.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
It has been an absolute pleasure. So
thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye.